If you're like me, you had a memory once of something you did in the past that was innocent and naive at the time, but now for some reason feels criminal and wrong. You have this incessant need to know that you did nothing wrong, so you ruminate over and over about this event to try and feel good about it now. No matter how hard you try, your thoughts find a way to indict you. Also, you may have found that the memory of the event has shifted or changed a bit as you replay it in your head, re-scripting it to feel even worse. It can be hard now to know what actually happened, and now your mind is telling you you've done all sorts of different taboo and criminal behaviors and using your thoughts as evidence that you are a horrible person. Let's talk about this mind-numbing phenomenon, what causes this, and what we can do about it. Now, this condition is commonly known as OCD and more specifically Pure O, which gets its name from the misconception that there are obsessive thoughts but not compulsions taking place. However, there are compulsions. They just look differently than checking the stove or washing your hands. Compulsions are about finding reassurance and certainty. And in the case of Pure O, the compulsions look like ruminating in your mind and trying to feel certain through overthinking. Also, procrastination is another sneaky compulsion for Pure O. Pure O is built on the foundation of anxiety because if you don't do your compulsion, you feel anxious. It's important to note that chronic anxiety is a symptom of an imbalance within the personality that is causing conflicts at the subconscious level. The foundation for this imbalance starts early in life through our parental influence and early childhood experiences. In previous videos, I've explained the concept of the three ancestral personality types. We have the warrior, the settler, the nomad, from which most people are dominant in one. Often a warrior or nomad dominant child is raised to be like a settler. So the inner desires and nature of the child is suppressed and taught to be different. Along with this is emotional repression, which creates tension again at the subconscious level. From this, we become conditioned to view ourselves and life through a lens of inadequacy and not being good enough. And we develop coping mechanisms to offset those feelings and help us feel good about ourselves. I did this through religion, but there are many ways to do it. The subconscious brain, which works as a goal-seeking machine, is now working to identify threats based on how you view yourself. The past, present, and future is all viewed through this lens. As the emotional repression becomes more severe, the urgency to be certain about oneself is heightened, and this is when Pure O can appear. Now, compounding this is how the brain works. As we repeatedly think anxious and fearful thoughts, we strengthen neural pathways in the brain to have more anxious and fearful thoughts. This is such a debilitating state to be in. Living in this fight or flight mental state is exhausting, confusing, and disorienting. You don't know who you are anymore. And that's the point. You have abandoned yourself. What self, you may ask? The self that is natural to you. Going back to the ancestral personality types, you have abandoned the warrior and nomad energy inside of you. You've traded in what you want in life for what others want of you. You've traded in enjoying pleasure and fun for what is right and wrong. So, to correct this situation, there are two main aspects we'll consider. First, you need to learn to direct your attention off of anxious thoughts and into the present moment. When intrusive thoughts and feelings are triggered and come up, you want to let them burn out by letting them go. One tactic that helped me was to direct my attention away from the thoughts and into my body, where the feelings were located, not trying to make them go away, but as a way to disengage the mental rumination. Learn to be with what is. Anything in the past is of no value to me. What's happening right now? This is all I know for sure. And this is a skill that gets better with practice. And next, you want to become more like a warrior and less like a settler. Learn about the warrior personality type and what may be missing in your life. Let people care about and for themselves. You take care of yourself. Be more assertive about what you want. Find activities and pursuits that you like you can pour yourself into. This will take time as you reconnect with your inner desires and wants. And as you connect more with this and the beliefs about yourself change, you will notice less urgency around trying to understand the past. You won't feel the same need for certainty about yourself. That addiction to the past becomes less strong. And also, you become more understanding of your past self and behaviors. And as it relates to something you did in the past, you're now able to view it through your innocence rather than through your guilt. For me, this happened gradually over time. I know you can do it because I've done it. Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video so others can be helped as well. Thank you.